Okay. I'd much rather prefer to watch Winston or Diva, but that's slow. But very cornered, giving you enough time to throw another slow, throw another slow. A little bit too far forward. I think could have done it a little bit more back. Good wall from Brog. Unironically. I think you're throwing out slow a little bit too much and not actually thinking of it as the tool it is. Basically, in a sense of how you want to use it, it's definitely a lot more for slowing them on a contest. If they're having trouble getting across a choke, let's say Rialto second point bridge, right? That's a very wide open choke. That you throwing a slow and slowing them down gives you time to break shields, do more damage, and potentially get a pick there. You're not really using slow as that. You're just kind of throwing it out. I mean, you are trying to do it. I just don't think you're using it as correctly. You're kind of throwing it straight at them instead of trying to throw it behind them. It's like when they're trying to back up or when they're pushing forward, throwing it more towards you so that you give yourself a little bit more space to kite if you need to, right? I guess when you are throwing it, you're throwing it at a correct time. You're just throwing it in the wrong place. If they're trying to kite, you throw it behind them. If they're trying to push forward, you throw it more closer to you. Otherwise, so far, Shield and Nemesis has been pretty good for me. Alt wasn't a good alt the first time, but that's okay. Like right here, but putting it right in front of you that time to slow that push as they come forward. But you didn't throw it, which means you have it for right here.
They are moving the payload. Stop them.
Good kill. Wow. Fucking. Why aren't you hitting lamp? Worth it.
I will break before I yield.
Healing boost.
Good. Good stuff.
It's
Get into this groove.
Poking. Still trying to poke. Poking. Right in front of me. Yeah, kind of need to eat the pin, but if you are going to eat the pin, throw yourself in Nemesis form.
Enemy team pushing the payload. 10 seconds.
failure is not.
Yeah, just played a little bit too slow with that choke there. I talked about it yesterday, but probably going out of the right door or having half your team split out the right door would have been the better play. We did have an Echo, so I don't know why Echo, Bap, or Lucio didn't touch there. I mean, Bap was kind of with you, but same with Lucio, but still. Their shield. Slow. Fucking massive ult, brother. Good. Good ult. Good slow. Great fight from you.
Get into the groove.
Taking a little bit too much slow. Good slow. Good, great fucking slow, dude. That was perfect. If we just slide that window up a little bit more angled towards them, that we would have gotten a couple kills out of that, not gonna lie. Good. Yeah, man. So far so good on Ram. Again, it's just that slow. I think is the only real coaching thing I can give for you at the moment. Yeah. So far that was it. There was just a couple smaller things with different abilities that you could have used a little bit differently. In terms of like, anytime you know you're about to get pinned, using Nemesis to cushion some of that damage that's going to come through. What was the other one? A little bit of positioning things. When you threw that slow on that last point when we did have window up, and I said it was a great slow, could have been more aggressive in pushing forward with that. You didn't need... Window isn't always meant for 5 people to look through it and shoot, right? It's as long as 1 or 2 are shooting through it, you're still getting value from it. It doesn't need all of us to be there, and especially when half of us can push forward and actually collect, can actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Can actually utilize some of that damage we got by using window and actually being able to follow up with it.
Salutations.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Incoming. Defend objective A. Let's get this done.
Salutations.
Yeah, that mate's fucking weird. Good jump. Good kill. Yeah, dude, they just really fucked up their abilities there. But good fight from you.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
However, in this comp, what you're going up against, your target still should be the Cassidy, should still be the battle. Went in a little bit too far when you're on the tower there. Bad bubble. Don't know why we did that. Yep, can do a little bit of damage and leap up. You're gonna want to do the same thing here. Yep. So on attacking, especially if they're holding up on this high ground, this is very similar to Numbani defense first point, where I like it when how you want to be playing it. You're wanting to, you play that top right room, and when they push through, you're tasing, you put bubble down, you passively drop without using any your leap cooldown, right? And then once you get healed up a little bit, that you wait a few seconds, let them kind of come out onto that platform, then you jump back in, you're tasing again, bubble comes off cooldown, you pop bubble down, you're still getting healed, maybe we throw an anti, then you drop back down again if you need to, right? That's kind of the same thing you're doing here. You're just looking for massive cleave by jumping up and doing this. I do like this. However, that is something you need to be wary about. Not jumping in too deep to the point where the Mei can wall you off and you can't passively fall down. Good. So like when you do that, because see it happened right here, and you had to use primal in order to get out. How you play that is instead you're playing on that cliff's edge. So if she walls you, she walls you up instead of behind you. Good knockdown from on the cast. Could have looked at the BAP though earlier and possibly knocked him off the map, but it's what it is. Leaping again. This way. Good. I like this setup. Looking for that drop down and cleaving. Now. Dropped. I don't know why you dropped into the vortex when you should have just dropped at the door. Bubble. I would have put bubble earlier there. Good kill. I would have bubbled cast that kind of doorway right there instead of the cart. Not that the cart bubble was bad, it's just that I think in that situation you could have just used it more for that instead. Careful of wall. Good kill. Why would you say that? A little over aggressive there. I get you were trying to play for primal, but still too aggressive. Look at the main, not the Lucio. Look it to the right. No, you're booping them towards your team. Instead of primaling to the left, you should have primaled them to the right. One, you're splitting them off from the team, but if they go over that little cliff that drops onto the stairs, you're isolating them from the rest of your team. It's going to take them a second to get back to their team. Instead, you're just kind of pushing them more towards cart, where instead you could have gone for easier environmental kills to the right, if not displacing them away from the fight entirely. Here's bubble. Not the best primal from me so far, but it's okay. I don't mind the Malga swap, especially since we have a Kiri. So it's... I don't exactly hate this.
Hey, buddy. Let's kick this off.
Early, you weren't very low. Yeah, you were kind of just taking a lot of damage and your Kiri wasn't looking at you, not gonna lie. Okay. Unlucky your BAP was frozen with you. So. Alright, that was the end. Again, we're gonna look at stats real quick. Honestly, dude, you were kind of fragging with Ram on this map. You played a very good Ram. Swear to God, I hate my robot vacuum sometimes. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of something here. In terms of your Ram, again, I think it's just the slow at the moment. Ram is definitely one of your best heroes, though. For Winston, it seems to me that you're primaling, or when you are in primal, you're just looking to do damage. Although primal, although primal can be really good, you can do a decent amount of damage with it. um, but you should also try to use it. You want to be using it as a displacement and trying to isolate someone away from their team, because that's how you do that big damage, is by isolating someone. If you watch like some of the best Winstons, they still try to isolate one person, because let's say if you do primal and you push someone right into a corner that's in front of their supports, those supports are just going to pocket him, heal him up, and you're not going to do anything but keep him in a corner, right? Compared to trying to displace him far enough away where the supports aren't going to peel for him. Um, Otherwise, you definitely use leap a little bit too aggressively with how far in you were going. Um, quite a few times. I mean, I'm mainly thinking about second point when we were leaping up, going in a little deep, and then there was one point where you did leap in a little bit too deep. You died, and the rest of us kind of crashed behind it. So, otherwise, Winston did look pretty good for the most part. But your Ram is definitely better. All right, so we're gonna try to get through this map real quick. If stream does crash, then I'm done.
5, ready, 4, 3, 2, 1. Commence attack on objective C.
ここよ
Hey,
Don't charge. Okay, that's why you're charging secondary. Up leap. Okay. So far, so good. You just fucked up leap 2 or 3 times there. Probably 2.
Objective captured. Advance to objective D.
Nice. Lucio. Could have gone after Lucio. Charge. Good.
see you there.
Good.
Hey, did someone call? Much appreciated.
Objective captured. Advance to objective E.
I think so far you've just been fucking up your jumps. Settings? I don't fucking know. I don't remember how I did it. So only comment I'm gonna make here is same thing I said yesterday. You want to try to walk passively forward, and then use leap to get out, not leaping forward. Another way we could have done this would have been using Kiri ult to give us that speed to move forward, and then, potentially leaping in deeper or leaping up, leaping out.
Objective.
They're taking the objective.
Instead, you kind of just fed.
Once more until the breach. Hello.
Objective lost. Fall back to objective.
Good. Play that left side. Why are you peeking that wide? I don't like this at all. You could have just kept playing that choke a little bit. You were peeking very wide. I understand you were trying to leap in to get a big combo of damage, and then you went to primal. But I don't think it was necessarily needed. I think you could have just kept tasing them, and as they came forward to the almost to the point where like two or three of their teammates are right in your face past that door, that's when you can use Kitsune, and that's when you can commit more forward pressure than what you did. You kind of just, I'm assuming somebody called a hack target, and you were just like, all right, we're going in. Um, have it. Call if you were going to call that you were going to use Kitsune, have them push a little bit more forward, and then use Kitsune to push them back. Sleep. Good. You're done.
Merci.
Time to save the world? Game on!
There they are. Get ready. Objective lost. Fall back to objective C.
Hiya! Nothing gets past me!
Not gonna lie, I should have definitely eaten that vortex. Big cooldowns that you need to eat. Vortex. That's probably the biggest one out of all of them. Everything else maybe stunned from flashbang, but it's what it is. Then there's something wrong with that. Either you're being too aggressive or you're out of position. Honestly, it's just going to come down to you're out of position. Feeding too much, you need to get out, back. Okay, you're wide peeking a little bit too much. Need to be playing corners more. Yeah. Oh, look at that. First to die. Yikes.
They're counting on me!
Good eat. Good kill. Good.
If they want this point, they'll have to go through me!
Good job identifying the cast and going on him. Already explained this yesterday. 3-bomb a little bit too early. Needed point to unlock for us to actually get the progress.
Objective capture.
Yep, you did it exactly 6 seconds too soon. Oh. Although I don't probably could have eaten that, but good DM management though. And a lot of that. Maybe not in terms of you wearing you trying to eat the window more than trying to get the blizzard, but could be eating a little bit of this poke. Yeah, you were taking a little bit too much of that poke. Alright, man. Good stuff. so far on Diva. Trying to balance a little bit better with the DM management. I think there are definitely some times where you're not eating enough, where you could feather it every once in a while, especially when like you have three people looking at you shooting you. You could just feather it for a second or two, or even unpeak the corner. That's that type of thing. Otherwise, your diva play did look pretty good. Winston, primal usage, still definitely a primal usage thing. But overall, you did play the map very well. Um, um, if you have any questions, let me know. But I'm probably done for tonight. I wish I could do more, but I will not. It's time for bed. So, other than that, GG, good job. If you have any questions, let me know. You or Octane. So, GG.